Hello guys, our 48,000 subscribers. We had reached it 2 weeks back, but that time I was busy with other things, other series is going on. So we did not make a video, and always we see to it that it doesn't just give out these numbers, we'll give you something useful. So the solutions to the MCQs posted in community tab, which daily basis we are posting two MCQs, and that's a huge bucket of questions, okay, which is of UPSC standard, and it is part of the paid course of test series, okay. That is why we don't post the solutions there. Instead, we compile it and show it in the video format so that at least the video viewers who are regular to HIS, they will get the solutions, okay. Others who are simply seeing our channel randomly when they scroll through YouTube and they see the community tab, and then because clicking on a poll is very easy, okay, you need not contribute anything to this channel, you don't subscribe, you don't do anything, okay. One time you vote for it, it will again show on your YouTube when you open your YouTube, and even non-subscribers can see it. So this solutions will not be given to them, this will be only given to those students who are watching our videos regularly, okay. So we'll compile I think the recent last 8-10 questions which we posted, that I will show you. And free test will be given to all the students who are watching my videos. February, April, June 2020 current affairs, which is like everything is 100+ pages PDF. Detailed questions, answers, explanations is there. And this is just 3 tests out of the total 60 to 70 tests which all my enrolled students get. Okay, so this is given to you so that you see what you are missing, what is the quality which you should actually study for UPSC, and how much time you will take to study these tests. That and all you can judge sitting at home, okay. Then only you can come back and decide like, okay, I need this, please give me how to enroll, okay. That is why this is given to you. So questions, if you see again the votes, okay, 450 votes, 660 votes, 800, 900 votes we have seen. But if you put out a video, it will have maximum 200, 300 views, okay, unless it is something like admit card released or some masala kind of thing. That time you people will all come and click. So as I told, this answers will be given to only this 100 or 200 people who is going to watch this video. Remaining people will not be given the solutions. You can go and research it yourself. You are not a student and we don't care about giving solutions to you, okay. So which of the following are true about Buland Darwaza? Okay, 2018 UPSC asked a very difficult question about this body. That is why we had made a detailed MCQ. Here again I cannot show you explanations and all, I'll just tell you the answer keys. So here first statement, both white and black marble are used in its decoration. This is actually true, okay, but this thing is actually made out of red sandstone, but for decoration of the inlaying of some outer boundaries and something and all, they have used white and black. So the statement 1 is true, and this was exactly the UPSC statement also in 2018, okay. So 1 is true. Then there are inscriptions related to both Jesus and Quran on it, and this is also true, okay. Jesus, one of his quote is there, and Quran, lot of inscriptions are there, and there is also one inscription in Persian language, I think, where it is told that Akbar was very secular person, open to all religions, that kind of something is there. That is why this statement is also true. Third one, it marks the victory of Akbar in the second battle of Panipat. This is actually false. Second battle of Panipat happened in 1556 when Akbar was just 10 years old or 11 years old. So this is not like that. The Akbar later in 1573 when he won a battle against some Gujarat king or something, that to mark the victory he made this thing, okay, this Buland Darwaza. That is why it is famous. So here if you see, answer is 1, 2 only, and only 19% of this 458 people have voted correctly. So from that you can understand your competitors are not even worth competing for, okay. There are many students in this country who apply for UPSC and they think that they know everything about UPSC, okay, but they cannot solve questions when it is little bit twisted, and that too from a topic which was already asked in UPSC, okay. If you are at that level, that means your preparation is weak, okay. Students often ask me like, how can I understand whether I am doing my preparation right? If you cannot solve questions like this, or if you never prepared Buland Darwaza, that means you never saw that Buland Darwaza was asked in the previous year paper, and there itself you have failed, okay. You have failed by not knowing the question which was asked in previous year paper, okay. Next one, Mahatma Gandhi supported Britishers during the Boer War. Mahatma Gandhi returned his Kaisar-e-Hind medal when Annie Besant was arrested. Mahatma Gandhi set up the Phoenix Farm and Tolstoy Farm in South Africa. Usually, Mahatma Gandhi's life outside India, that is South Africa's life, questions don't come in prelims, but we just made a thing to help you understand these topics also, okay, because it is sometimes mentioned here and there randomly in Spectrum and NCRTs. So very basic things I have taken, I have not taken any very complicated things, okay. Like if you take the third one, Phoenix Farm and Tolstoy Farm, everybody studies Tolstoy Farm, okay, but Phoenix Farm nobody hears, but that is actually the first farm which he actually set up in South Africa, okay. From there only the idea of Satyagraha started, and then after that Tolstoy Farm he made it more detailed, and then it was actually implemented to people. And India, when he came back, he set up a similar Sabarmati Ashram and all, okay. Sabarmati Ashram is just a model of this farm only. So here 3 is actually true, okay, maybe a new learning for you. And then second one is the one which you should know because it is there in Spectrum, okay. Kaisar-e-Hind medal is something, a medal which is like the Empress of the British, the Victoria Queen, she started it in the Delhi Darbar, second Delhi Darbar, and then she started giving this from 1900 onwards, okay. So Gandhi was one person who got it, because of his contribution in Boer War. Okay, because he supported. So the first and second statement are indirectly related. Okay, the first statement, Mahatma Gandhi supported Britishers during Boer War is correct, and that is a war in South Africa where the Britishers were fighting with the Boer people there. So that time Gandhi, even though he sympathized with the Boer people, he was loyal to the British and he was on the Britishers' side. Okay, not like he wanted the war to happen, but the statement becomes valid only. Okay, so one is true, and second is not true because the medal he got it from the Boer War, but he returned it not during Annie Besant arrest, which was in 1916. He actually returned it during the Khilafat movement, 1920. Okay, so 2 is wrong. So if you eliminate 2, C and D will go away, and I'll just take the pen here. Okay, so 2 is wrong. So 3 is left, and here the answer is 1 3 only. So people have voted correctly, so that is one good thing. But as I told, South African things are not very important for prelims, but world history and optional students of history, you should study more details about this. Okay. Now, who became the first Indian to hold a professional, he became this thing. We have to identify the personality. So, Oxford University chair and King George V in 1931, service to education, given knighted. Knighted means giving the title sir. And then he received these 2. This one, yesterday I made a video and then immediately I asked this question. So, whoever watched that video will know the answer as B. Okay. Please go and watch that video was made yesterday about the Teachers Day thank you thing, where I told you about many teachers, Savitribai Phule and many other things, which is useful. But again, only 200-300 people clicked on that, and you will obviously lose it. When you don't watch that, you will lose the content. So if you want to have details on that, please watch that video. Wanted Alive series, this is a current affair on the 4 Asian Big Cat is a campaign related to. So UNDP cites traffic. So here the answer is traffic, and about traffic also you should know everything because UPSC asked a detailed question in 2017. Okay, like who is the founder, what is it doing, who is the bodies involved in it. Okay, so traffic becomes very important for you, and here 525 people, 67% have voted correctly. Now, which of the following are true about National Skill Development Corporation, NSDC? So it is set up by the Ministry of Skill Development under PM Kaushal Vikas Yojana. So this one looks very believable and very true, but problem is this NSDC is a very old body which is there in India since I think 2008 or something. This Ministry of Skill Development and Kaushal Vikas and all came now only under Modi government. So it is not set up. Okay, it is not set up. Even though this is the one which is this body is what implementing this Kaushal Vikas Yojana, it is not set up. Okay, so this is wrong. It is actually set up by the Finance Ministry in that 2008 or 7 whenever. So that is wrong. Then it is a statutory body with majority shareholding under Government of India. This is again wrong. Okay, it is not a statutory body. I think it is a company registered or something, company or society. And also this majority shareholding is also wrong. Government has only 49% stake in this particular thing. Okay, only 49%. Remaining 51% with private sector. Okay, so again 2 is also wrong, and so answer is neither 1 or 2. Now, mass extinction, again 2000, I think 18 or 19, a detailed question came about 6th mass extinction, which is the one which is ongoing, and that time the reasons they asked. So, reason for that was humans, anthropogenic reason was the thing. Here we are asking about the first 3, and my students will get the test, I think hopefully today you have got it, full test number 8. In that, all the 6 mass extinction with explanation I have given, like, okay, so here all the 3 are true. Okay, first was due to this uplift of this thing during that glacial cycle and all, ice age time. Then algal blooms is the reason, and here carbon dioxide was blasted into the atmosphere, and that is the reason. So these 3 are true. Okay, many students thought the 3rd one is wrong, carbon thing and all happened now only. It's not like that. Okay, after this there is 4th one, there is 5th one. Okay, then only the 6th mass extinction which is going on now is happening. So all these things, because UPSC has it in bucket, you have to study this. Okay, very details on minimum details you have to study, and that we will give you in the explanation when you buy the test series. Okay, 2020 students will get it. 21 also will get it. Others you have to enroll. Now again, these 3 lakes were asked by UPSC in recent past. So we just made a different type of questions. Which are the following lakes are matched correctly with the nearby hills? Okay, like Palani Hills, Kumaon Hills, and Gwalior Hills. So here, this is Tamil Nadu, this is true, this is Uttarakhand, this is also true, but these 2 are wrong. Okay, Renuka is in Himachal and Gwalior is around Maharashtra area. So 3 is wrong. So if you have to do elimination technique and come to the answer, so most of them are given correctly. You can Google and find this anyway, but if you did it without Googling, then you are doing good. Okay, so this one again, all 3 lakes were asked, like which of the following is a artificial lake? That was the question when UPSC asked in 2017. They put the same options, but that time Kodaikanal was artificial. That was the answer, and these 2 are natural. Okay, so like that we are taking exactly things which UPSC's bucket is there, and this will definitely come. Okay, if it doesn't come in 2020, it will come in 21 or 22. UPSC always repeats their topics very frequently. Okay, so see to it that you know everything about those things which is asked. Now, in accordance to nutritional standards under this ICDS and the midday meal scheme, which am the following beneficiary gets the highest calorie count in the hot cooked meal? So this kind of question rarely UPSC asks, where it will be pinpointing and asking the number based thing, like like 500 calories, 600 calorie, this much protein, like that. There is a detailed table written in your ICDS document if you go and read the government PDF. Okay, so it's very difficult to answer these things, and most of the people have guessed it as pregnant women, but that is actually wrong. As per this thing, if you go and see, it is actually children of this youngest age, 0 to 6, they are getting around 800 calories and some gram of proteins, and pregnant woman is having little 100 gram less than them. Okay, that is the official thing, official document. Maybe it is like there is not followed strictly, it can change, maybe pregnant women are getting more and all, but the official thing under the standards mentioned in the government PDF, it is this one. Okay, and my students will get the detailed PDF and screenshot in my test series. Okay, so just now study that it is this up to 6 years old, they are the one, because they are malnourished. Okay, who are malnourished, that they are the ones who are getting higher calories as per the government PDF. Now, which are the following correct differences between public bill and private bill? Okay, so this is a very basic, Lakshmikant. So government bills, public bill can be introduced and discussed on any day. Private member bill can be introduced and discussed only on Fridays. This is actually a true statement, and that too, it's not like every Friday. I think it is alternate Friday. Okay, but the question doesn't ask for that. So anyway, that is true only. Now, the introduction of a public bill in the house requires only 1 month notice, while the introduction of a private bill in the house requires 3 months. This is actually wrong. It's actually 7 days here and 1 month here. Okay, so that is why this is just tweaked a little bit. So this is wrong. So answer will become 1 only, and people have voted correctly. Many people come and commented here like these are not UPSC standard questions. UPSC will not ask Friday, Monday, Tuesday. They will not ask 1 month, 2 month. Intention is not only to give UPSC pinpointed question. It is to teach you a topic. Okay, and the very minute factual things which will be helpful for you, because UPSC may not ask it this way. UPSC will ask in a different way. Okay, we have seen UPSC asking even the year. Okay, whenever they want to ask an year, they will not ask it like that. Suppose they want to ask when was the 9th schedule implemented. Okay, so if they put an option like 1950, 51, 52, then their standard will go down. Okay, everyone will make fun like it is like an SSC question, it is like a banking question. So what they will do, they will tell like 9th schedule was implemented during the prime ministership of whom, and they will put a question choice like Jawaharlal Nehru, Indira Gandhi. Then you will tell, wow, what a UPSC question. Okay, this is what is happening. UPSC are just playing with your mind. They are asking you year only. Okay, or chronology. When they ask like Air India was nationalized, insurance sector was nationalized, then banking, SBI merged with something, they will ask the 4 random thing like Neel Darpan was written. They put some 4 random thing and they will ask you to arrange in chronology. What are they asking? They are asking you the year. You should know this is 1955, this is something 1950, 1850, like that you should know whichever year it is. So they are asking you the year only. Okay, they ask year, they ask numbers, they ask day, they ask everything, but they ask it in their own style. But ultimately, you have to know these facts. Unless you don't know these facts, you cannot solve that kind of questions. Okay. So when we pose some questions, don't bring your great intelligence into it and tell like you know better than us. Okay, we have been designing this MCQ since last 4 years, and our questions have been coming in the exam and have been helping the students to solve the questions over the last 4 years. So if you want to solve it, but don't give your extra intelligence into the comment section and disturb the others who are actually trying to solve and learn things. Okay. Now, which of the following are true with respect to Right to Education or TE Act? The National Council for Teachers Education lays down the minimum qualification for a person to be eligible for appointment as teachers. So this body will be laying down the minimum qualification. That is true as per the RT Act, and the Act prohibits physical punishment, mental harassment and capitation fees. This is also a little difficult if you have not read the Act, but it is true. Okay, so both 1 and 2 is true. And why this question is being framed? Because the national education policy is in news, but now because it's very recent, maybe prelims question paper was already designed by that time, so they will ask something related to if they have to update. Okay, they will not make very recent clause because they know everybody will study these things. The latest one, 2020 national policy, everybody will study, so they will ask something which is older one, maybe Right to Education or Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan or the 86th Amendment Act where the age 6 to 14 was added for education. So like that, many things which are related to education in the constitution, that they will ask. Okay, they will never ask you the direct current affair which everybody will study. So see to it that you prepare like this, topics which are there, and every people who are working hard, I guarantee you that it's just a matter of time. This year, maybe by some marks, if you lose the prelims also, next year you will definitely clear, because we believe in those people who put the effort. Okay, so just work on the things which are holding you back. What are the obstacles? Okay, because I've already showed yesterday's video. If you saw, motivational story was told to you. Okay, like you are not a tree. If you want to move, you have to move. Okay, you can move. You have that capability to do whatever you want, whichever book you want to study, whichever question paper you want to do everything which is possible. Don't get stuck to something which is thrown onto you, or on the day when some seniors or some stupids told you that study only this, you will clear. Please don't do that. Listen to mentors who are genuine. Do all the hard work. Next 30 days, next 20 days, how much ever you have, if you put the right hard work, there's a high chance that you clear prelims. Okay, and if you don't clear also, don't feel bad. You have a greater chance next year. Okay. And 2020 students, you can come and enroll. Whatever we explained today, all the questions are taken from full test, and full test is part of this pack one. Okay, there are 10 full test in the 63 test, 10 of them are full test. So full test number 8 is where I have taken all those questions which I discussed today, and other subjects whichever you want, you can tell. Last few weeks, many students have been buying current affairs because I started showing MCQs. Now they are realizing that, oh, these many good questions are there, I should buy it. From last 1 year I am telling come and buy, you did not care. Now when you saw the questions and samples, you are telling I want that. So please don't delay like others. When you find something genuine, find something interesting, see to it that you also study from there. Okay, so I'll come up with the next video soon. Till then, enjoy your learning. Thank you and have a nice day.